Hello everyone, I'm out here. Just gave the chickens some fresh spinach. You can see it there. They're eating it up. Even the babies, they came and they got some, then they ran back over there. I was looking at those babies this morning, and I think one of them may be a rooster. I'm not sure, but time will tell. I think one is, and if one is, see, I'm thinking that one. Because when it stands up, it's taller than those two. But we'll see. And if it is a lady from my church that has chickens and goats, she asked me when these babies were hatching, if one turns out to be a rooster, they would like it. And I said, that's fine. Because Abner is enough. And then we got Daddy over there. And for the most part, him and Abner get along. It's just that when that silky rooster goes after the girls, Abner gets jealous and chases him off. But apart from that, they get along okay. And I don't need 3 roosters, so if that one under there is a roo, he already has a home. They're making all kinds of noises, getting that spinach, and Daddy's getting a drink. I hope everyone's having a good day. I've been cleaning inside, going through things and organizing. Here's sunflowers. Getting laundry together to go do tomorrow. I did find out that I have a leak in the bathroom. Good grief, there's always something. My toilet, I noticed yesterday, was running, and you know, you gotta, in my trailer, I have a regular toilet, thank God. I don't have to worry about black tank or gray tank or any of that. Still have to be careful, though, and I am. And there's a part that goes in the tank, I'm not sure what it's called, a flusher thing, and every few years it has to be replaced. They're not made like they used to. They're made out of cheap plastic, and the one here has been replaced a couple times. Well, about 2 months ago or 3 months ago, the landlord got a call from I don't know who calls, if it's the city or the county, I don't know. And they let him know that there was a lot of water usage. You know, somehow they can tell. It just seemed like to them like it was running. And that was about 2-3 months ago. And it turned out to be my toilet. And then it stopped running, you know, on its own. In the meantime, the landlord had bought that part that needed to be put in, and Ronnie brought it over. Ronnie's the one that did my brakes, and he kind of fixes things up like a handyman. And I told him, well, the toilet has stopped running. You know, it's been about 3 days, so why don't we just hold on to that part? And so the landlord said, yeah, well, guess what? Let's see if I can show you. Nope, too late. Monster was trying to play with Sadie. They're over there in bed. And Sadie did not want to play. She was ignoring her. Anyway, I have since misplaced the part. I thought I put it in my lean-to on a shelf. And yesterday afternoon after church, I really dug around in that lean-to and lifted things and moved things out and checked all the shelves and checked behind things, and the piece is not in there, and it's in a brand new package. And so it's not in the lean-to. I'm thinking I must have laid it down in that added on room, and there's probably yarn or whatever on top of it, and so I've been looking for it because, like I said yesterday, I started to hear my toilet running again. And so that part needs to be put on before the city or the county calls the landlord to let him know that they're noticing lots of water running. But in the meantime, this morning when I was out with the chickens and Lady Jane had wandered off, I went looking for her, and she was behind my trailer, but underneath my trailer where I've showed you before, like all my pipes. And she came out, but the way the sun was shining, I could see that the dirt and leaves that have fallen from the trees and blown under the trailer, it all looked real wet to me. And we haven't had rain. And so I ran my hand across all the pipes that I could reach that connect to each other, and I could not find any that were wet, like there was a leak. And so I called the landlord to let him know about that, and he said, well, as soon as I find that part for the toilet, when Ronnie comes to fix it, he'll have him check that wet spot under the trailer that I was telling him about. Well, I came home from doing an errand, and Ronnie and Kevin were out here on the land doing something, and Kevin came over to check on me and see how that air conditioner was doing since he cleaned it out real good. And I told him about that wet spot. Oh, that's a different kind of noise. And so him and Ronnie came over behind my trailer and underneath and looked, and Ronnie found a small leak, a sewage leak. And so what it is somehow the pipes that all connect to each other, one of them is slanted the wrong way. And this has happened, maybe 9 years ago. And it can be like at night critters come and run around and jump on those pipes and whatever. They're not like metal pipes, I don't know what you call it. But, and they're leveled by being on top of bricks and on some wood. So if there was like a possum or a raccoon, I've never seen a possum out here, but I did not long ago see a raccoon. In fact, me and the landlord were talking one evening out here on a Saturday, and he had his truck facing the dumpster because that's where I was coming from, and the headlights were shining, and we saw 3 raccoons jump in the dumpster. So, any kind of critter can try to get just go under the trailer, and if they happen to walk on one of those pipes, they could loosen it, and I'm guessing that's what's happened. So anyway, I am busy searching for that part for the toilet. In the meantime, the toilet runs a little, and then it stops, and then it runs, but I'll find that piece, maybe not today, but I will find it, and Ronnie will come and fix it. There's Sadie sniffing around. And Monster. There's those sunflowers. So there's always something going on. I took all this stuff out when Kevin had to come in there to check the air conditioning, and it's stuff that I need to go through anyway, so I've just left it out here. Abner's not going to say anything. Oh, you see him look at me. Okay, everyone, I'm going to get back in there and look some more for what I'm trying to find. I'll talk to everyone later.